Microsoft Loop for beginners. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you how you can use Microsoft Loop and how you can use it to manage your tasks. So having said that, let's just jump into the video. So over here, as you can see, this is Microsoft Loop. I'm over there into the website, and if you take a look at it, you can see that it kind of resembles like a note application like OneNote. It's quite similar to OneNote as well. So let's get into it. Now, the sign up process is actually very simple. You just simply click on the Get Started button right here and you log in with your Microsoft account. So make sure you're logged in with your Microsoft account. And once you do that, just simply select the account that you want to use it to sign into. And after that, you are good to go. It's as simple as that. And now over here, this is going to be your dashboard, basically your workspace. And here you will see all of your workspace that you've created, right? Here you will find recent components and pages, and here you will have the ideas page as well. And over here on the left hand side, you can see you have a bunch of different options. So let me just expand that tab. Over here, you can create a new workspace or any other specific option you want. You have the search bar, the notification, recent ideas, and meeting notes manager. It's as simple as that. So let's go ahead and start creating our workspace. To create a workspace, just simply click on create a new option over here and you will create a new workspace over here. Now to create a workspace, you'll need a different Microsoft 365 account. Okay, so I signed into my other account because the account that I previously signed in wasn't complete. That's why it gave me that error and was telling me I can't create a new workspace. But here is how it would look like when you come over here. So here you will have your main options right here. All right, this is the get started option. This is like the basic one. And here you can create a new page, link, page and ideas, and a whole new workspace as well. On the left hand side, we can see we have some recent options right here that we can get started with. And this is an example that I had previously made. Right. So here you can see this is how it would look like once you completed, and how you can use it to create your own note-taking application. So as you can see, you can create a workspace, and within the workspace, you can create different pages. And in these pages, you can, manage all of your teams. So this was just untitled page. This was the planning page. Over here, you can create new pages. So let's go ahead and show you how you can create a new workspace. So to create a new workspace, just simply click on create new. And here you will have the option to create a new workspace. Just click on it. Here you have the title. So input the title that you want. So I'll just add in podcast as an example and click on create. And now we have created a workspace, as you can see over here on the left hand side. And in it, we have this page. This is the untitled page. If we want, we can go ahead and rename it by clicking on these three dots. Click on rename and style, and here we can rename it. So here you can go ahead and input whatever you want. So you can go ahead and add like a page where you have all of the team information, their email address, their names, their titles, their responsibilities, all of that. You can add that over here. So let's go ahead and do that. So over here, I'll say meet the team. So something like that. And down below, we can go ahead and start adding it. Now to add stuff to your page, you have to insert this dash over here, or forward bracket, or forward slash, whatever you want to call it. And it'll pop up these options in front of you. Here you can go ahead and put different types of options like tables, checklist, bullet list, number list, and many more. Here you can go ahead and add headings. You can add tasks list, voting tables, Q&A sessions, person labels, and images as well. And you have other applications like Jira and Trello, so you can go ahead and connect it and manage it as well. So let's go ahead and add stuff. So first things first, what I want to do is I want to add like a table over here. All right. And this will allow me to add my team members. All right, here I can add team members, and here I can add their email address, or maybe responsibilities. Now you will see that we have only one row and one column, basically 2 rows and 2 columns. So to add more rows or columns, you just simply click on this new button and it'll add more rows. Now, how do we add columns? Well, it's pretty simple. You just hover your mouse either of these corners, as you can see right here on these dots that appear at the top ever so slightly. You click on them and it'll add the whole new column right here. So as you can see, we've added another column. So this is how we can do it. So now I'm just simply going to change the column number 1 to names, and column number 2 is going to be their email address or emails, and then column number 3 is going to be their tasks or their titles, or their responsibilities like video editor, or graphics designer, researcher, all of those stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and say title over here, and then we are good to go. After that, we can go ahead and add the names over here. So I'm just simply going to go ahead and write the names and fill this column out. And here we go. So this looks good. So here we can have like a small little column over here, small little table where we can see all the people that are currently in the team, right? We can see their names, their email address, and their titles, what they do, right? And over here, we also have some few options right here. So we can go ahead and expand the table. We can sort it out. We have filters options. We can hide the column as well. So this looks good. Next, you can add some other stuff to it. Like let's say you want to add another board that highlights some tasks, all right? Or something that you want your team members to do. So let's go ahead and add it through the general tab over here. Now, over here, we can see we have a bunch of different options. We have some headings, we can add that. We have some templates over here, which we can do. So over here, we can also add a Q&A, and we can also add a team retrospect. So over here, it will reflect on projects, and it will keep track of everything and what everyone is doing. So over here, as you can see, keep doing. All right, you can add the title over here, or whatever it is that you want a specific person of your team to keep doing, and then you can move it around, start doing. You can add different tasks to that. So this looks good. You can do that, and I believe this looks good. After that, you can just simply do some cosmetics over here onto your board, like add an icon over here. You can add multiple different icons. So let's see what we have. So I think this looks good, and you can also add a background cover as well. So you can choose whichever background cover you want and just simply click on add, and this looks good. Over here, you can also add like a paragraph, add like an introduction to all the team members, like welcome message or whatever you want to add over here to make everything looks nice. Next, what you can do is you can also create a new page over here. Now, the next page that you can create, either you can create from scratch, like blank page, or you can just simply go ahead and select one of the template options. So if you click on template gallery, you can see we have a bunch of different options right here. So we have a bunch of different options over here on the left hand side, like a Kanban board, retrospect, problem framing, issues, meeting notes, project planning. So let's go ahead and add like a project planning option. So this looks good. We can use this one to go ahead and manage all of our projects, manage all of our podcasts, manage all of our deadlines. This looks good. Everything looks good, and you can go ahead and view it. And if you want to change something, you can just simply go ahead and use the template, and then you can go ahead and change whatever it is you want. So as you can see, this is a pretty simple template. You can use it to create your own team members, and you can assign different tasks to them. Now, this is all well and good. So this is how you can go ahead and, manage all of your teams, manage all of your workload, manage all of your projects. So pretty simple. Loop is entirely free. So as you can see, I just simply came over here and started using it. Nothing too crazy, although it is free. But if you come over here, you can see right here that Microsoft Loop storage limit. So right here, it says right here, for personal accounts, Microsoft Loop app is currently in public preview and is available at no cost. But as of July 16, 2024, Loop workspaces and pages will now count towards as individuals' Microsoft storage quota. Loop spaces no longer have a 5 GB maximum size. So over here, you can see maximum 250 loop workspaces created per user. You can have a maximum of 50 loops workspaces created per user per day, and a maximum of 1,000 members in each loop member. So I think it's pretty good. From what I can tell, it's free and you don't need to go ahead and pay for it. But I'm not sure if this will be permanent or not. It can change. But it says right here, they no longer have a maximum size limit. So it's actually pretty cool. So there you go. It's free, absolutely free. You can go ahead and use it and start managing your project. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And I will catch you guys in the next video. And until then, take care and goodbye.